Hello and welcome to Leonard Brothers Game. I'm David.
I'm John.
And I'm Dad.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad. Our dad's here.
Anyways, this is Donkey Kong Country, and the reason we're not recording the audio, you don't hear audio on the game itself, is because Nintendo has been, flagging videos based on the audio. So if we want to record Nintendo games, we want to show support and interest in Nintendo products, and we want to get it monetized, we can't record the audio, because that's apparently what they're listening for. But if you played the game before, and most of these games you've probably played before, this is mostly going to be like a history of... Since we had last week, we had a whole series of Sonic games. This week's going to be Mario games. But in order to really talk about Mario, you have to start with Donkey Kong.
What?
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Okay.
David, please, tell me more.
Anyways...
Since you like to talk so much.
Back in 1981... Nintendo wanted to get into the video game industry because they've actually been a company since 1889 making playing cards. Mainly Hanafuda, which are more like Mahjong tiles because they're a little thicker than normal paper stock, But the idea is they wanted to, in 1981, they had this game called Radar Scope, which they released to very poor reception. It was basically like, oh dear. Anyways, that was a terrible start. I haven't actually played much of Donkey Kong Country at all myself, and so for a quick recap, this is Diddy Kong, and every time you get hit, you only really have like 2 times you can get hit in this game. And the idea is every time you pick up one of those DK barrels, you get an extra hit time opportunity to get hit, and there's also these creatures too you can pick up in various games. But anyways,
History.
Radar Scope was basically a Space Invaders clone that didn't work out. And so they had hundreds of these arcade units in America that were all considered failures. And so Nintendo went to Shigeru Miyamoto and said, make us a game that can use these same cabinets, but, so we don't have to waste the entire product, but just change the game board inside. And so he wanted at first to create a Popeye game. So that Bluto and Olive Oil and stuff like that. And Nintendo eventually did publish a Popeye game. But at the time, they didn't have the rights to it. They couldn't get the rights. So they decided to create Donkey Kong instead.
Just to get back there.
Yeah. Anyways. It's really easy to get hit in this game. It's terrible. So the idea of Donkey Kong came because... they wanted to appeal to an American audience. Shigeru Miyamoto started with the name Donkey Kong. The reason being Donkey sounds stupid or foolish, and Kong being King Kong for monkey, so like stupid monkey. So if you think of Seth Green has his company that makes the stop motion animation series Robot Chicken. His company's called Stupid Monkey.
Is that supposed to be in honor of?
In honor of it could be. It could be the literal definition. And what was interesting is that because it was related to King Kong, Universal Pictures decided to sue Nintendo after the popularity of Donkey Kong, saying, "Oh, this is infringing on our copyright because it's related to King Kong." And their lawyer won the case for them because they looked to a previous case in which Universal said themselves that King Kong, the character, is in public domain.
Aha!
Yes.
And they had the rights to make the game movie in the first place. Like, we're just making the character. You already proved in a previous case that it's in public domain. So
Yes.
we got to... And the name of that lawyer was Jack Kirby.
Hmm.
In honor of him, Nintendo named the character Kirby.
Kirby.
Yeah,
A little pink guy that eats a lot.
There's also a suggestion, there's a set of Kirby vacuum cleaners.
Yes.
And of course, Kirby sucks up and eats a lot of food and stuff.
That's not nearly as...
Not nearly as cool as having Jack Kirby. Yeah,
exactly.
Having a character named after you.
You're bad at this game.
I know I'm terrible at this game. I'm embarrassing because I'm trying to talk as well. No, I have a checkpoint. I do have a checkpoint. It's just I have this is really pretty much the first time I've ever really played the game, and so it's got. Yeah, I didn't own a Super Nintendo. I didn't even have this game until you got it for me at a thrift store, Dad. So, anyways, continuing on with the story. So yeah, he bought it for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
You remember this? Okay. Somebody remembers it.
I just remember buying the game. I thought, well, he probably doesn't have that.
See, enemies come out of like nowhere in this. It's ridiculously hard. But anyway, so Donkey Kong, as a character, pretty much in the first game, you climb up the barrels, and I was that close to the exit.
Oh no!
I was never there. Anyways, in the first game, the character's not named Mario. His name is Jumpman. He's trying to save Pauline, his girlfriend. So that's the origin, of Mario. The actual name for Mario came in a similar way to Jack Kirby. It was the landlord at Nintendo of America department. It was also named Mario, and that's who they named it after. So, tidbit there. Mm-hmm. But as far as Donkey Kong goes, at first he looks like the bad guy because he's captured Pauline, and so in the second game, out of like retribution, Mario captures him, and Diddy Kong, his son, Donkey Kong Jr. I should say, Donkey Kong Jr. is the one that comes through, and this is Cranky Kong. Cranky Kong is actually the original Donkey Kong.
Funky Kong.
Because he's old now. You have to play for hours on a single screen in jungle hijinks, stick to the treetops to earn extra lives. Look out for banana arrows, they'll point the way. Of course, I wouldn't need them. It's nice talking to you guys. So anyways, Donkey Kong here is actually the adult version of Donkey Kong Jr. from the Donkey Kong Jr. game, where Donkey Kong Jr. goes to protect his father from Mario, who has imprisoned him before the first game. And in the third game is a character named Stanley, and the reason we like the third game so much is because we had the arcade unit at the dentist's office that we went to. It had the arcade, model, original unit for.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, but that was the old standard. Climb up the.
Yeah, no, that was
squirt the bees.
That was the spit. Yeah, the bees. They had a
not the bees.
Well, various bugs and creatures. You had a bunch of plants you're supposed to protect, and Donkey Kong would like climb down. He would shake all these beehives,
and the bees would try to steal.
The bees would try to steal the
This looks like some kind of Sonic thing.
It was kind of, yeah.
So there were a few Game Boy games featuring Donkey Kong that were like, especially more recently, the ones that were, so basically,
hey,
yeah, the bees are stinging.
Yes. Yeah.
They have
spikes on their backs.
Spikes on their backs, yeah.
The tires are pretty clever, though.
Mm-hmm. So anyways, there's a series of games called Mario just versus Donkey Kong, where Mario has a whole bunch of basically mini-me's, little like wind-up versions, wind-up dolls of. It's kind of like Lemmings, but with Mario, little wind-up doll things. You're supposed to guide through various puzzles, and that's really much the only thing that Nintendo has done directly with Donkey Kong. And for the longest time, Donkey Kong was pretty much ignored. Because Mario, once Super Mario Brothers came out, Mario just took the spotlight, and Donkey Kong just kind of got the shaft at that point. So, what Microsoft, Microsoft comes in later.
You're always complaining about Microsoft.
What Nintendo did, they have a second party group called, which made this game. This is where we get into this game, Donkey Kong Country series.
Oh, okay.
Called a company.
Why are we playing this game?
A company called Rareware Studios. Was a second party, and so they decided they have all these other unused properties, in Nintendo's library, like Kirby, Donkey Kong, F-Zero, Star Fox, and so they said, okay, we got this property, we haven't done anything with them in a while, see what you can do with them. And so they gave the rights to Donkey Kong to Rareware, and so they made this Donkey Kong trilogy on the Super Nintendo. And the reason you see such great graphics on the Super Nintendo is because this is one of the earliest games to use entirely 3D modeling in advance. So, like, it was pre-generated 3D models that were downscaled to work on the Super Nintendo. And so this game looks brilliant compared to any other game in its field, because it's all pre-generated 3D, whereas something that hadn't been really seen before. And this is where it really introduces the further story of Diddy Kong, and this being...
So this is Donkey Kong's Junior?
Donkey Kong Jr. is the adult Donkey Kong you play. This is his son, Diddy Kong.
His son,
and then the second and third games include Dixie Kong, his sister.
Oh.
So, I guess what he's trying to say is that Diddy Kong is really Donkey Kong the third.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the way that these levels are designed, these kind of, you know, the concept of staying underwater. So anyways.
Is there a good water level?
Is there good?
Like anywhere?
Anywhere? I don't know. Maybe
well,
somewhere.
Oh,
come on.
Don't touch the fish.
Don't touch the fish. I don't know.
I thought Sonic water
level.
Don't touch.
I know. I'm trying not to, but the current's carrying me around too. I'm trying to fight the current.
Okay.
In different spots in this level, it's very frustrating.
How many times can you come back?
I got a certain set of lives. I got like 3 lives left, I think, and then it'll be like game over, or maybe it'll give you a continue. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, the series, once I can't stop there. That's the problem. It's like I want to stop moving, but it keeps flowing me forward because it's you know, underwater. I don't really have. Anyways, Donkey Kong 64 came out, a whole bunch of other different games that were exclusive, you know, because Rare was like one of the biggest second-party companies.
Back, does that give you another?
Yeah, that gives me another hit.
Another hit.
You can get hit. Yeah. There's also a 2-player co-op mode in this game too, but of course, each of you have 1 life. Here we go. This is what I need.
Oh, gee.
Stingray. See all these different characters that are designed, and I lost them automatically.
Awesome.
Wait.
So now he's another enemy then, or can you?
No. I can get back on.
Remount him. Okay.
Remount. Okay, that's good. That helps me get through these levels.
Pointing the right way to attack someone.
Yeah. Like zoom.
So he's kind of like Aquaman then.
I
talk to the fish.
Nah, that's enough of that. And there's another one.
And they only gurgle at me.
Okay, zoom.
Whoa.
There's another extra life which I can't use because I don't think it stacks on.
1 extra hit point.
1 extra hit point. No, it doesn't. It doesn't stack on.
No.
There we go. Anyways, for the longest time, especially Rare was known for Perfect Dark and GoldenEye 007 on the N64 was a really big hit.
That was huge.
In terms of first-person shooters.
I don't know why. I was terrible at it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's.
Oh, you missed a note somewhere. I think.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Anyways, the only thing that getting all the letters do gives you an extra life.
Well, you know what?
I need extra lives. I know, like no other.
Anyways, back to your history.
The history, yeah.
Yes. Oh, that's cute. Pearls. Shooting pearls at you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Scary.
Gee.
So, Rareware is well known for making a lot of different popular games until they got bought out by Microsoft. Horrible Microsoft ruined the company because they made one of the premier games for the 360 was the sequel to Perfect Dark Zero, Funky Kong. Oh, we don't care about Funky Kong. Go back in there. Yeah, it's about time. I guess we can start another episode once we figure out how to play this further. Until next time.